now let's have an update on the recently completed trial, which was funded through the Trial Reservoir initiative, which uses just a brilliant technology. It's one of my favourites. The technology uses magnetic nanoparticles which have a special coating on them so that they can remove specific contaminants. It's just brilliant. Here is Jo Burgess to share more.
Thanks, Piers. Yes, today we're zooming in on California in the USA, where technology company Advantageous Systems, or ADS, recently wrapped up their trial. Linneman Ranches produce tree nuts, predominantly almonds. Their orchards are irrigated during the dry seasons using borehole or well water. The groundwater in the area has a high total dissolved solids content in general, and high boron concentrations in particular. The aim here was to drastically lower the electrical energy demand of water treatment without compromising the treated water quality. The ADS MPT system uses micron or nano-sized magnetic particles that have receptors that are selective to trace elements, such as boron or selenium or arsenic. The MPT can be used standalone or in conjunction with other systems like a reverse osmosis system, and it comprises three main components. So first, the injection of magnetic particles. Second, the mixing process or the residence time that puts the particles in contact with the water. And then thirdly, a magnetic removal system that uses permanent magnets to separate the particles that now have the trace elements attached to them from the water without needing a lot of energy or a lot of pressure. This particular trial used the MPT system to selectively remove boron upstream of a reverse osmosis system, removing the need for double pass or two-stage reverse osmosis. Our CEO, Ben Tam, visited the site recently. He went to see MPT for himself and to speak to ADS's staff, Adam Stein and Baryohay Davidoff.
The Linneman trial was a 500 GPM, or 500 gallon per minute system that created at least 4 acre-feet per day of water. This system utilizes the MPT system prior to an RO system, and this trial was a successful unit and really provided enough clients in the respective area interested in getting water credits from the water districts based on the quality of the water that removed both boron and TDS. This system utilized less energy and effectively allowed for RO to be able to be used because the boron was removed.
It's full operation that they are irrigating this field with the water that is being treated by our system about a mile down there, and the water that we take from groundwater is salty, and we take that one and we get like 2 gallons out of 3 gallons fresh water, and the farmers can use it to their benefit, and especially that when the water shortages are there, as we have it for many, many years, they love it.
The system was deployed very rapidly and very effectively. What didn't go to plan was the well. The well sometimes had some cavitation issues and some startup issues. The energy demand on that location also didn't have enough amperage, so we were forced to use a generator for a time, and we would have preferred a solar generator, and we are effectively working on that right now, albeit not completed. The next time we put in a full-time system, we would have a full solar to power that system. The CO2 savings so far is vast. If we look at CO2 emission on a double pass RO, on a brackish RO system, we would see anywhere between a third to a half more CO2 emission with a double pass, specifically with high boron rates that might have a double, triple pass or a double RO full system.
All the farm's needs for water quality and volume were met, and the MPT system saved between 35 and 50% of the energy consumption by replacing the old 2-stage or double pass reverse osmosis system with MPT and a single-stage RO. Now, Adam mentioned water credits. Groundwater trading has been an important tool in California for decades. As well as having enough water for their own needs, now that Linneman Ranches can treat this water to a suitable standard, they are permitted to give it to the water district in return for water credits, which they can use on other of their properties in the same district, or they can sell them to other farmers. And the very best outcome of this trial, in my opinion, is that Linneman Ranches' neighbours have been to see the ADS system, and now they all want one. And on that note, I'll hand you back to Piers.
Thank you, Jo. As Jo mentioned, having seen the success of the Linneman Ranches trial, there's now a pipeline of other farmers who want to install the ADS technology, ideally before the irrigation season starts. It's a wonderful success story, and I can't help but wonder if we could link it back to the challenges in Syria and Turkey that I mentioned earlier. There's definitely something there to think about.